Good morning. There are micro and macro minerals, very essential for fish, prawn, shrimp, crab, mussel, and oyster culture in indoor systems or in the open earthen dugout ponds. The calcium, magnesium, phosphorus are known to be macro minerals required for the scale formation in fishes, bone formation in fishes, exoskeleton in the case of shrimps, prawns, and crabs, and for pearl formation and the mussel shell formation, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus are highly required in larger quantities. Thus, these calcium and phosphorus are known to be macro minerals required for the cultivable species in fisheries. Even the phytoplankton and especially the zooplankton shells and the structure of the body of the zooplankton are made up of calcium and silicates. Thus, calcium availability in the pond water or the indoor plastic tank containers or cotton canvas tanks wherein water is filled and made use for culture practices. Even in the REA system, when the water is completely filtered and it is to be enriched with the micro and macro minerals so that the crabs in box culture, the shrimps and mussels in plastic tank or cotton canvas tanks obtain the available micro and macro minerals which we have additionally added to the recirculated water. In open earthen dugout ponds, the moment we fill the pond with the water, maybe bore water or canal water, whatever the minerals that are available in the soil gets dissolved in the water and they are available for absorption by the cultivable species in aquaculture. Even the sea water, the bore water, and the natural river or canal water definitely contains larger quantities of micro and macro minerals. In general, there may not be special requirement in open earthen dugout ponds for addition of micro and macro minerals. But the addition of micro and macro minerals is highly essential in indoor aquaculture systems. As such, the water is filtered, processed, and recirculated in the culture tanks. The water is absolutely pure in condition, hygienic in nature, and no essential micro and minerals are available in required quantities. Thus, there is an urgent need for addition of micro and macro minerals in the case of indoor culture systems. However, when the culture practices are in intensive super intensive methods. As such, the stocking density is very high, maybe 250 species per square meter or cubic meter of water. Definitely, we have to supplement the micro and macro minerals to the pond waters. The calcium availability can be increased by addition of lime, the burnt lime, the calcium hydroxide, or even calcium carbonate and many other calcium resources like dolomite, which is naturally occurring in the soil layers. The dolomite, the calcium hydroxide, the calcium sulfate are generally applied over the pond soil whenever the pond preparation starts. In addition to that, we can also add all these three calcium based minerals or mixtures in regular intervals, maybe once in a fortnight or once in a month, to the pond soils, to the pond water, as well as in the recirculatory aquaculture systems. For enhancing the phosphorus in earthen dugout ponds, in general, we apply around 1000 kgs of single superphosphate to the pond waters per hectare per annum. It means around 400 kgs of single superphosphate, or we can also make use of triple superphosphate or double superphosphate with some required quantities to the pond water as well as to the recirculatory aquaculture systems. For enhancing the potassium availability, we can also add murate of potash at the rate of 40 kgs per hectare pond waters or at the required doses to the recirculatory aquaculture pond systems. And the other minerals like iron, zinc, copper, boron, selenium, silica, and others can be added to the pond waters in case if naturally these salts are not available at required dosages. By noting the TDS, the total dissolved solids, we can know the requirement of minerals, and also by knowing the electrical conductivity of the pond water, we can decide the requirement of these micro and macro minerals. If the EC, electrical conductivity values are optimum, there may not be any need to add or supplement these micro macro minerals to the pond water or recirculatory aquaculture systems. But if the electrical conductivity of the water is low, which suggests that the mineral availability like copper, iron, zinc, which are able to pass the electricity. If the lower the electrical conductivity value means there is dearth of or insufficiency of micro and macro minerals, especially the electric conductors like iron, copper, etc. So, depending upon the TDS and electrical conductivity, we have to enhance or add or supplement the calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, cobalt, magnesium, boron, silicon, selenium, etc. to the pond waters. Some of them are body structure requirements. The skeleton of these animals are the bones of the fishes, the exoskeleton of the shrimps, crabs, the shells of the mussels, oysters are made up of only with the help of macro minerals. So we have to add, supplement the micro and macro minerals to the pond waters or recirculatory aquaculture systems so that we can enhance the growth rates and total production or yield can be maximized. Thank you.